What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another entry of the June Vlog Challenge. This is entry number 9, so that means it's June 9th, 2018. I'm currently in Cedar Crest, New Mexico. I thought the wedding venue was inside Albuquerque, but it's outside of Albuquerque in a town called Cedar Crest. This is pretty much where the rich people live. They have a small little community. Right now I'm in a shopping center. I just got finished eating at a restaurant right before the wedding. The restaurant is just simply called Ribs, and if you were ever in Cedar Crest, New Mexico...
State Department is continuing to...
Whatever the hell that was. If you're ever in Cedar Crest, New Mexico, then ask for Sonia. Sonia was a fantastic server. The menu is really small, really simple. They have, obviously, ribs. They have burgers. They have what I got was a combination sandwich with pulled pork and brisket, and it was fan-freaking-tastic. And you get to choose one side, and I chose mac and cheese, which I judge restaurants. If they have mac and cheese on the menu, I judge them by their mac and cheese, and that's pretty damn good mac and cheese. So again, Ribs in Cedar Crest. Ask for Sonia. Fantastic service. Little barbecue joint. Kind of reminded me of this place called Cattle Call I used to work at back when it was open in Amarillo. It was a small barbecue joint, and just a lot of great food, and they seem like that they're really great people, so go for it. So I'm heading back to the wedding venue, which is on the golf course here in, obviously, Cedar Crest, and they're still setting up. Kendall, the bride, looked fantastic. My wife, of course, looks phenomenal as always. Even in her bathrobe and chanclas. That's all she had on, was just her bathrobe and her sandals. Still fantastic. I did my hair for the wedding. I slicked it back like I'm a freaking greaser or something. So this is something new I'm trying out. If I like it, maybe I'll make it something I do every once in a while, if not permanently. But who knows? What do you guys think? I don't know what else to talk about. Yesterday, it turns out, was the final game for the NBA Finals, and the Cavs got swept by the Warriors, which is kind of, I saw it coming. Of course, you know, throughout the entire season, people were like, it's going to be Golden State again. It's going to be Golden State again. And then Golden State kind of had like a backslide a little bit. They kind of imploded a little bit, but that was due to injuries, you know, nothing like gigantic, like, you know, somebody like murdered somebody or something. But they had a few setbacks, and they still overcame and won the championship and swept Cleveland, which I've said multiple times, this is probably the worst team, the worst roster that LeBron James has had to work with, and he's gone. He is out of there. Reports are that he and Paul George will meet sometime this summer to talk about where they want to go, because they might go together to whatever team that they want to go to. And it's looking like it's the Lakers. God, I hope it's the Lakers. I said years ago, after LeBron left Miami and then went back to Cleveland, I said, I don't want this piece of shit on my team. I don't want him. I don't need him. We don't need him. Of course, that was back when we still had Kobe, even though Kobe was at the tail end of his career. And I figured that the team would be okay without Kobe going forward. I was wrong. This is the worst the Lakers have ever looked in my entire life, the past 3 years. So hopefully, if we get Paul George and LeBron James in there with Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso and Kuzma and Ingram. Is Ingram still there? I can't remember the other guy. But we get the two veterans in there. I think it's going to be better and beneficial for the team. Like I said, I think we can win double the total amount that we had last year, and that means potentially a low seed playoff spot, but it's a playoff spot nonetheless. The good thing about this whole entire series is, sorry, this guy's just walking really close to the car. What was I gonna say? Series. Now, the best thing that came out of this series was Golden State obviously swept the Cavs, which is bound to happen in any series, and especially with such a abysmal team that LeBron James had. Even when they went to the trade deadline and got a couple of Lakers players and got pieces all over the place, they still couldn't keep up. And I think they got blown out by like 30-plus points last night. And the 2 games that I got to see were close, but you could tell that there was just not enough gas in the tank. And LeBron James suffered for it, not having a great surrounding cast. So he's gone. Hopefully he goes to LA, like I said. I heard somebody say that he's gonna go to Chicago. Don't see that happening. Somebody said that he's going to go to Indiana. I could see that happening. Another team I think would be really beneficial is probably the Raptors, because the Raptors can't seem to beat LeBron. So if you can't beat them, have the son of a bitch join you. You know what I mean? So if LeBron goes to Toronto, they might win 5 championships in a row. I mean, they have the best bench in the league and the best depth, which is obviously bench and depth are the same thing. They just couldn't get past LeBron, and Casey lost his job because of pretty much the way that they handled going up against LeBron James, because you were single covering LeBron when you should have had 2 guys, if not 3 guys on LeBron the whole time, and then they give the ball to somebody else that is less efficient when it comes to shooting, and they throw up ducks, or they, hit the rim, or throw out of bounds, stuff like that, or just panic and turn the ball over. But LeBron, the greatest player that we have currently in the league, I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, I still think that's Jordan. The greatest of all time, don't ever tell my dad I said that Jordan was the best. To me, it goes Jordan and then Kobe. Kobe, killer instinct, the Black Mamba mentality, just second to none. You couldn't find anybody like LeBron. Or not LeBron. God, that's terrible. That's blasphemy what I just did. I'm so sorry. To Kobe, not LeBron, Kobe. Yeah, okay, so something very interesting. I got frustrated. I got so frustrated yesterday. I tried to upload this video on my Facebook yesterday. Entry number 8. I believe it was entry number 8. It wouldn't load. It wouldn't, I love Jocelyn's grandparents to death in Los Lunas, but their Wi-Fi is atrocious. Their Wi-Fi is non-existing. I couldn't even load my emails. That's how bad that their Wi-Fi is. Last night, I tried to check my emails because I didn't check it all day, and it piled up to 32 emails before even, lunch. So, I had a crap ton of emails yesterday, and it wouldn't load the emails. It just kept buffering. It kept buffering. And so I straight up looked at Jocelyn last night. I was like, I love your grandparents, but their Wi-Fi sucks. And so I fell asleep trying to upload the video on Facebook. YouTube, it uploaded just fine. Facebook, for some reason, was like, no. So Facebook just decided to take a shit on me last night. So I had to post the link to my YouTube, and that's the best I can do. So later on, in the future, this time next year, whatever, if you well, what happened to entry number 8? Now Facebook tried to screw me over, and they did screw me over. So there you have it. There's that. Still waiting for my sister, one of my sisters, to comment that they love me or whatever, or they're gonna owe me Taco Bell, because that means that they don't support me as much as I think they do. But I'm just messing with them. If they don't watch my videos, it's whatever. It's I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But I mean, it's just a little funny little thing I got going. So if they don't say anything to me about the vlogs or anything by 11, I think, what did I say? 10 o'clock Texas time, then we're gonna have a problem. Okay, so what are we at? We're at 9:15 right now. Don't know what else to talk about, really. Everything that I needed to say has been said. We're going back home today, and I'm excited about that because I miss my dogs, I miss my cats, and I miss Jess, our roommate. She's been holding down the fort while we've been gone this week, and I'm ready to get back to the grind of trying to find a job. I have one job interview lined up for next week, and he said if he can't get to me, it'll be a phone interview. I said, okay. I applied for another job. It's a 9 to 5 job. It's It's janitorial, but it's a 9-to-5 job, and it has benefits. So if I can get in on that, they looked at my resume because I got a notification telling me that they looked at my resume, but that doesn't mean they're going to accept me, or ask me to come in for an interview. But I got that, and I called a couple more places I applied for a month ago, 2 graphic design positions, and I was like, hey, I applied a month ago, and I just wanted to see what the status was and to see if we can move on to the next step of the application process. And so one person told me it was great that I took initiative, and they wrote down my name and number, and hopefully they're going to get back to me. So I think things are looking up. I've been unemployed for 2 weeks now, and I'm just kind of over it. I kind of feel like that I'm just wasting away, and my wife is having to do all the work, and that makes me feel useless. And I just need a job. Somebody hire me. I'll do anything. Literally will do anything. A month before I graduated college, I applied for everything under the sun. Janitorial, bank teller, graphic design, customer service, delivery, everything under the sun I applied for. So, and only like 3 of them called me back. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. And so, like I said, I enjoyed the food here. Yesterday, nothing else. We didn't do much else. I recorded the entry, and then we went back to her grandmother's place, and I pretty much passed out while I was waiting for this thing to load. So, yippee! Today, nothing really. I went to the flower shop and picked up the flowers and the arrangements and stuff like that for the reception, and I helped her load up the truck, and I helped her deliver it to the golf course. So I'm just a jack of all trades. I'm a florist, I'm a delivery driver, I'm a fetcher. I go fetch things for the people forget and just stuff like that. I'm just being a smart ass at this point. I do everything. I am the backbone of my relationship. I'm the backbone of my friendships. No, that's not true. And I forgot what International Day it was today. I completely forgot. Well, it's a National Wedding Day, because I'm at a wedding, but no, I'm just kidding. Or National Barbecue Day. No, I think there is National Barbecue Day somewhere along the line this month, but I forget what. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here a little sooner than I anticipated. Or, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm just going to keep talking for the 2.5 minutes. I recently watched a video. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, we can talk about this for the last 2 minutes. The new Halloween trailer for the new Halloween movie coming out. It's awesome because they brought back not only Jamie Lee Curtis, who played Laurie Strode in the original, but they also brought back Nick Castle, who played the original Michael Myers, to come back and play. So it's 40 years later, and it's the original 2 from the first movie. And I think that it's amazing. The trailer looked great. The trailer kind of took elements from the original franchise, and they took elements from the Rob Zombie franchise, I could tell. Because I think they're going to be a little bit more, not really gory. I think they're going to be a little bit more brutal than the Halloween movies of the past. Because Rob Zombie really brought out the brutal part of Michael Myers. And I think that they're going to show that, as well as the original Michael Myers that was just the guy that just stalked a babysitter. And so far what we know is that Michael and Laurie are not brother and sister like the sequels would suggest, and also that the character of Jamie Lee Curtis, which is Laurie Strode, has kind of turned into the Dr. Loomis character, which she has like mannequins set up, and she's like shooting them with like guns, and she has like security systems and crap all over her house and everything. So she is ready for war. She's been ready for this day for 40 freaking years. So that's going to be interesting enough. I think the movie looks great. I think it's going to have a great impact. And if it weren't for Michael Myers being in it, I think it would just be another just meh horror movie. But because it has Michael and it has Laurie Strode in it, I can't be happier. And the movie also, the sequels are not canon anymore. They threw out the sequels. This takes place 40 years after the first Halloween. So Michael's been incarcerated for 40 years at Smith's Grove, and he's only killed like 3 people, which kind of, after the body count of the entire franchise. It's kind of like, really, only 3 people? But it's like Jack the Ripper, I think, only killed 5 people, so that's neither. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get out of here. I am at 15 minutes now, so I'm gonna go back to the venue. I'm gonna go see what else my wife needs and get dressed. I'm not wearing this at the wedding. This is just my undershirt, and I got my khaki pants, and then I have my chanclas on with Batman socks, and I am changing into my shoes and into my shirt and into my tie later. So thank you all so much once again for dropping by. Dang commented yesterday, so Dang, what's up, buddy? And I hope you enjoyed Solo. Let me know what you thought of the movie. Just go ahead and leave it down below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't know what time, but I will be back in Amarillo. Amarillo by morning, actually, because we'll get home about like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's always a joke. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the mostest. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Punch.